Hey, Nick here. Welcome to day 95 of the starting a software company. Actually, starting a software product in 100 days. And so today I'm going to show you I'm going to give you a quick overview of the dynamic due dates that we have built into Harvest Profit, and I'll also make a couple comments on the UI. So this is a cleaning process, just an example that I've set up. Have one task currently built, and if you remember, this task creation screen is getting redesigned, before the final version of this product goes live. We don't have as much of a fork. We don't have any of the forking left. We're going to go with more of a what if or a conditional logic that allows us to show or hide different tasks depending on really how the task or how the process progresses. First comment on a couple of UI things. There's this edit button here that needs to be realigned. It needs to be different shaded. It's not. I'm looking to the. If you can't see my mouse, I'm looking to the right of the check safety. That icon just needs to be cleaned up. The colors here, just the overall size of this, it just feels kind of big and blocky, and need to get it. Just need to get it cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to, a lot of what we have here is kind of has a little bit of a material design feel, but it just needs some more consistent design, adding potentially, I'm just going to do UI on it. I'm not a good UI designer, but it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And that is what I'm having somebody going to work on us here, probably towards maybe 2 weeks from now. Can have somebody dive in for a few days and basically just start cleaning up the UI. From more so from a design standpoint, a lot of the specific components are fine. The overall layout is fine. Just need to clean up the details. A lot of the details to make it a more clean, professional product. So anyway, onto the dynamic design. And so this is the second task. We have, we are cleaning a warehouse here. So first step is to check the safety equipment. If you notice any issues, you would snap a picture or describe those issues. And then the second task is actually to clean the floor. We may add in, a field for, start time, stop time. Anything you want to add here can be added via this component section. So we can add a variety of these different components here. But the neat part in this task, or this process probably isn't the best example of this, given that this would be something that would be done in a day. But we can go in and we can select these different dynamic due dates. So the due date for this task can be a certain number of days after the process was initiated. And then number two, a certain number of days after the task was completed. So we can go into we can go in here and we can say, all right, we want this to be 1 day after the check safety equipment task has been completed. So we can have dynamic due dates that are based on, one, when the process is initiated, and two, when certain tasks are completed. So an example of how we would do this in our Harvest Profit business, we might have a task that says we are going to send out a customer onboarding or maybe a thank you gift, and then 1 day 1 month or 30 days after that has been completed, we are going to follow up with a phone call or an email or a letter. And so if for whatever reason we're just super productive in sending out our onboarding gifts, a bunch of them in a day, we can just have that consistent amount of time, and so we can tweak that over time. Maybe we need to change that to be 1 week follow-up. or maybe it needs to be 2 months. If it's 2 months, it's pretty hard to remember 2 months in our brain. And so we can tweak the process template over time to match what is resonating most with our customers. And so we can make it dynamic. So just another layer of, I don't even know if this is a word, but dynamism, another layer of dynamism, or basically just trying to be as dynamic as possible and crafting and massaging those processes to best fit for our business and for any of our customers' business. And so this is something that we worked on Monday. If tasks don't have due dates, how do we handle that? If it's the first task of a process versus a subsequent task, how do we handle that? There's just some validation that needs to happen here. And so, with that, I just wanted to show you one of the reasons why we're building this tool is to have a more dynamic nature than some of the other project management, more generic type tools, is to allow us to really optimize the processes based on our business and change them over time. And specifically, if it's in a service business or a customer facing business, you might want to experiment with different frequency levels for outreach. You may identify, hey, if somebody gets onboarded in the first 2 weeks, they're quite sticky, or maybe they need 6 weeks. And so you can tweak those process templates to fit the needs of your business. With that, day 95, I just wanted to show you that we are continuing to plug away, making good progress. Not as timely as what I initially wanted, but that's life, and it is what it is. So day 95, for the most part here, is in the books, and I will touch base with another update tomorrow. Thank you.